Good morning. Welcome to Dornbush Download 171. Morning, Dan.
How are you today, Michael?
Yeah, good. Thank you, mate. Good. Yeah, we were just saying before, the weeks seem to be blurring into one.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, halfway through January, and
Yep. Back to where we were in November.
yeah, it is just going to be another blur this year. But a lot happening at the moment. We're getting production and cash flow reports from a lot of the mining companies out there. I saw Rio Tinto's out the other day, was pretty good.
Numbers,
yeah, a lot of iron ore they're still shipping over. So
Galaxy was out yesterday, I think. They had they're selling a lot of lithium out of Mount Marion, I think, in Western Australia. So.
Okay,
The one I'm waiting for is Linus, actually. I think their last one was about the 24th of January last year, so it'll be around that date, I guess. They paid down some 150 million, around that sort of figure, in debt last year. So it'll be interesting to see where they're tracking at the start of this year and what's happening in that space. So, if they do that again, they'll be just about a debt-free company.
Yeah. So sorry, Dan, just refresh my memory. Linus are rare earths, aren't they?
Linus have got rare earths, yes. So they mine it in Western Australia. They ship it to Malaysia for their processing up there. With these electric vehicles, they seem to think they're going to need a new Linus every 5 years just to keep up with the level of neodymium and dysprosium, I think it is, that they need, which goes into the magnets, which goes into the cars and those wind turbines, etc. So.
Because they had a few problems years ago, didn't they? The process is quite a toxic sort of process, isn't it, to get these bits and pieces out? But they've seemingly cleaned a lot of that up now.
Very much so. One of their reports actually had fish swimming in their water storage dam after the process, so can't be too bad. I mean,
not the three-eyed Simpson
fish. No, Homer's fish. Which is so it seems to be. They seem to be on the right track. The company almost went to the wall. So change of CEO, and this lady's doing a really good job with it. So.
Yeah, and it's interesting, isn't it? When you're on the cutting edge of that stuff, it really is a volatile and risky game. I mean, the Chinese have had such a stranglehold on that rare earths sector, haven't they? Well, since day dot, really, haven't they?
And we're seeing a lot of articles now, aren't we, where they're sort of trying to lock in their mineral wealth or try and lock in the supply going forward, for themselves. That'll be positive, because it can only push up the price from other countries. And there was another article where Trump wants to do a similar sort of thing. So,
and there's a big push for this electric vehicles, isn't there? I mean, that's just got enormous potential for a myriad of different commodities as well. So so Linus sounds like one to keep an eye on for sure. Yeah.
Been looking at that artificial intelligence companies as well. There's that exchange traded fund Robo.
Yeah,
seems quite interesting. And there's a small one on our market, Brain Chip. That technology just mind boggles, doesn't it? That the computers are learning, and now you can go and talk to your microphone in the house. Well, it's listening in all the time, isn't it? I mean, that's a bit scary. So if you grumble to yourself, I need a pizza, it'll say, do you want ham and pineapple like last week? It's just...
Yeah, it is. It's extraordinary, isn't it, where this space is going. And I know, we've mentioned it a few times on the download, a couple of companies that are coming up, but it's literally going to be a game-changing technology. Yeah. And, obviously we're just going to have to adapt to potentially robots taking some of our jobs and a few other bits and pieces. No doubt we will when the time comes.
I hope they can do statements of advice.
Oh, that'd be tremendous. Absolutely.
Sorry, Brendan, no more job.
Brendan. No, I won't go there. But no, it is. It's going to be really, really quite extraordinary in some of these companies, and the exchange traded fund's a great way to get into them too, isn't it? You're not then sort of at the mercy of trying to pick the next big thing or a specific company. You can get a broad-based...
And a broad country base as well, so you really got added diversification in there.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw yesterday... Sorry. I saw yesterday too, Dan, a couple of companies coming out with some profit upgrades. And I guess, I think you were just then going to mention leading into reporting season. We're now in what they call, I guess, confession season.
Yeah, well, they're good confessions.
Yeah, absolutely. Certex, the little sphere, cancer sphere technology.
Liver cancer.
Liver cancers, they've been under a fair bit of pressure over the last 12, 18 months or so. But a good outlook for earnings. So I think earnings are now looking like being about 20-25% above previous guidance. So share prices had a nice kick up today. And Bellamy's, another one with a guidance upgrade as well. So they had a nice little
They had a big spike yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah. And I think they dragged a few of those other ones along as well. A2 Milk, Blackmore's.
Yeah. They've got a bit, when you look at their chart, this is like the third peak. If they can bust through this, I think they'll be off for a bit of a run, Bellamy's.
No, you'd have to think hopefully they've ironed out a few of those crinkles that they had because they shot the lights out, of course. Had an enormous pullback when some of their contractual arrangements in China looked a bit dodgy, but they've really bounced back pretty well. But leading into reporting season, a lot of information coming out, so that'll be starting sort of early February.
Yep.
I guess the opportunity to look at the next round of dividend payments, a bit of dividend stripping. Commonwealth Bank and Bendigo Bank and a few of the other financial companies usually are first to mind, but certainly now is if you are chasing a few more dividends, a good opportunity. We do tend to see the share prices rally
up to the ex-dividend date.
Yeah, absolutely.
And funnily enough, it's a dirty word, isn't it? But perhaps Telstra is one of those. It's about a 5.9% yield at the moment on their 22 cents?
It'll be an important result. For Telstra. I mean, they're always important, of course, but this one I think particularly because had a couple of downgrades last year. Pretty tough year for Telstra last year. Market will be very keen to just see what Telstra can deliver and whether there may be another profit downgrade.
And what they have to say about 5G too, that seems to be on the cards in a big way now, doesn't it?
It does, It sounds like a fantastic technology, from little bits I've read here and there. But you're right, market will be very keen to see where 5G is placed, and certainly too a bit of an update on the NBN and, potentially Telstra's involvement there going forward. So, a couple of exciting weeks ahead, Dan, as always. Hey?
We'd better go back to our desk now and go to sleep then and wait for it.
Absolutely, better rest up by the sound of it. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.